SkeleSteve.
Welcome to the SkeleSteve channel. I'm your host, SkeleSteve. Hey there, hi there, ho there, folks. So today I want to tell a story about a personal experience that wasn't too fun for me. Long, hard-fought battle. So I want to tell you guys that I will never fly Spirit again, and I recommend you don't fly Spirit either. And I'll tell you why I will never fly Spirit again. So let's begin this fun tale of Spirit. So last year, me and my girlfriend booked a flight out, and we bought the tickets. Probably a week later, we found out we couldn't go. So we're like, okay, things happen, plans have changed. I was like, okay, we'll cancel the flight. I've gotten different flights I've taken with different flight companies. I was able to get my money back. So I was like, okay, we'll just cancel the flight. So I went online to cancel the flight. Then I get an email from Spirit stating that, sorry that you could not make it to your flight. However, unfortunately, we cannot give you a refund due to the fact that we give cheap flights and a funky fanfare experience to everyone. I sat there, I'm like, what the hell? What does that even mean? I was reading more and said that we'll give you a credit reservation good for 6 months. And I'm literally like, well, I'm not going to take a flight for 6 months, so that does me no good. I was like, I can't justify, doing this. I can't take no flights out. I'm not going to be able to. So I called Spirit Airlines customer service support, and I was put on hold, I kid you not, for like 2 hours. And then finally somebody picks up, and I know somebody picked up for sure. I said, hello? 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 And that person hung up on me. Kid you not. So I'm like, okay. I called back, same thing, was put on hold for a long time. I hung up this time. I called back, same thing. I'm like, what the I was like, screw this. I'll call back later. So I called back the next day or two, tried the same thing, nothing was happening. I was put on hold. Then when I called back, they gave you the option to text SMS. So okay, so I texted the number, and somebody responded, and I told them what happened, and nothing happened after that, no response. I'm like, okay, what are we doing? So then I call my credit card company, and I explained to them what happened. I'm like, hey, listen, I tried, I was on hold for them forever, they're not answering me, I want my money back. So I told the credit card company, please come on, we'll do a 3-way call, try to get a hold of them and tell them that I can't pay for this. Well, then the credit card companies agreed to it. We were on hold for about almost 2 hours, and then finally the customer service rep from the credit card company is like, I can't stay online this long, this is way too long. Are you okay if we hang up and we'll start a dispute case? I was like, yeah, I'm okay with that. Let's do that. Yeah, let's start a dispute case. So we started a dispute. She made a statement. I emailed a statement in of a letter describing what happened. So they said they'd get back to me about a month. Well, a month rolls by, and I get an email and a letter in the mail from my bank stating that, unfortunately, they cannot proceed with the dispute, and they have to close the case due to the policy, and that I didn't cancel within 24 hours within the flight, which normally you can cancel 24 hours after making the purchase and you're fine. But Spirit, for some reason, says, no, you got to do it within the flight. That was a nasty little bump. Here comes another one. Oh, yeah, they said you got to do it within the flight. I called them, I argued with the credit card company, and they're telling me, we can't do nothing, trying to get a hold of Spirit, but we got to close the case. So I called Spirit, Still nothing. And then I tried the SMS messaging again, and finally I got a hold of somebody, and I was talking to them. They told me, okay, we can file a complaint. Go to the help desk, file a complaint. So they end up having somebody called. Oh, hallelujah, I finally talked to somebody. I talked to them. They walked me through the procedure on how to file a complaint. I, told them what happened. They told me, okay, 30 to 60 days it takes for these things to happen. Customer support a specialized customer support will get a hold of you. They'll email you. So about 30, 60 days roll by. Between there, I get an email stating that they cannot do nothing. They cannot proceed unless the case is closed, the dispute case is closed. And I'm like, what do you mean? And I guess they thought that the dispute case from the credit card company was still open. I'm like, no, I got a letter. So I called customer service, and they said, well, email customer support and tell them what happened. And I did that, and the customer support says, okay, well, start a new complaint on the help desk, upload the files that shows that the case was closed. And I did that. I even went above and beyond. I took snippets of my statement and I only did the snippet parts of the transaction. When I was charged for the money originally, then when the charge reversed and the dispute case opened, then when the charge was rebilled to me after the dispute case was closed. So then 30, 60 days roll by again, I get an email from Spirit. Well, apparently they're saying that, hi, unfortunately we cannot issue credit, or refund, since we do not have the funds and we paid that amount back to the bank. Please talk to your banking institute for further assistance. I'm like, no, I'm pretty sure they paid you. So I called the bank. The bank said they did it. I asked the bank for help. They said there's nothing we can really do. You better just try calling them again and talk to them. So I called customer service again. I'm like, hey, they paid for this. They're like, okay, maybe they didn't get the billing in time. Start another new case, blah, blah, blah. Start a new dispute. Go to the help desk again and talk to them. I'm like, oh God, this whole spiel again. I got to do this whole thing again. So then I did that. I sent all the documents again. I made a little note on what happened. And then I sent it back. 30, 60 days later, I got the same response saying that they don't have the funds. I emailed back. I'm like, yes, you do. I don't have it because I was charged, reverse charge, rebilled, and I paid my payment to the bank. The bank says they paid out to you. Where's your proof? And I asked them, what proof do you have that they took the money? The only thing they sent to me was this original charge, and they basically said, oh, here's the proof. The first charge. And it's got the names, my name, my girlfriend's name on it, and it shows the charge. It doesn't show nothing like a negative sign, nothing. It just shows the reservation I made. I'm like, that doesn't show anything. That just shows the reservation. Where is the proof? They didn't respond back to me. I called the bank, my bank again, and they said, okay, we'll send you documents showing that we paid out, showing that we closed the case and everything. I got the documentation. I went and I redid the whole thing. I did the whole thing to the help desk again, and I told them, look, this is the proof that they closed the case and they paid you. Now, at least give me a reservation is fine. Reservation credit at this point is okay. Either give me a refund or reservation credit, because this has been going on too long, and at this point, I'm able to take a vacation again. It's well past 6 months, so what are you going to do? You know, I gave them this long, lengthy letter, gave them everything I can, and then finally, they got me an email saying, oh, hey, you know, can I give you a refund because you canceled within 24 hours, you didn't cancel 24 hours within the flight time, but we will give you credit reservation for your next flight. And I'm like, okay, I can't fight with them no more. I'm taking the credit reservation. I'm booking a flight or two maybe. Depends how much I can get a flight for. And that's it. I was like, I'll just do that. I am going to use them for one more, maybe two more times, and I'm never using them again. I will never use Spirit. I am done. Spirit is the worst. When I've flown with them, I never had the best experience. I always thought it was the cheapest, and it's not even the cheapest either. And I'll tell you why it's not the cheapest. It's bullcrap. You know why it's bullcrap? Because who the hell charges you to freaking carry on a bag? Everybody else does not charge you for carrying. They charge you for check-in, which is understandable. All the flight companies do it. But Spirit charges you to carry on. That's bullcrap. And then not just that, they charge you for economy seats too. And it comes up either just a little bit cheaper, about the same amount of prices you go with Delta or United or American Airlines. And I told my girlfriend, looked at her, I'm like, no. She goes, what if it's just a connector flight, like we're flying out to, New York or something? I'm like, no, absolutely not, never again. I'm not flying with them again. They can go die in hell. And I recommend you guys don't fly with them. And yes, I should have looked more into the policy before I canceled blindly. I admit that every flight company's different. I've canceled United before, and they were able to give me my money back with no problem. And it's probably during COVID, but the whole thing, the first email they sent me saying funky fanfare cheap. I'm like, you guys aren't cheap, you guys are a ripoff. And that's all I have to say about that. I am never flying with those cocks again. Like I said, they can die. I don't care if they can go on business. Even here's the most effed up thing. So I even went Karen mode to go to the airport. I'm not gonna actually make a scene because that can alter into some bad times for me. I don't want a nice cavity search and a night in jail. So I came there pretty calm, and I explained, to the people at the desk what happened, and they told me they couldn't do nothing about it. You have to talk to customer service over the phone. There's nothing they can do about it. And the lady even told me, she goes, we can't do nothing. If we do, we'll get in trouble. She goes, I had a friend that worked here that gave away 2 free seats, and she got fired over it. So that's pretty crappy on you, Spirit. You guys are the worst. You treat your employees like crap. You treat us like crap, the consumers, and then you act like you're making a save, but you're not, and the experience is just horrible. There was something else I want to talk about, but I guess that's it. That's all I got. They're pieces of shit. They can go die in fire.
You go to hell. You go to hell and you die.
All right. It was where I'm going to cut it off, you guys. Thank you for watching. Make sure you like this video, comment, subscribe, share it. And when you subscribe, don't forget to ring that Guardian bell. All right, it was fun. SkeleSteve out.